started after waiting for these parts for probably another 2 weeks since the last time I started it and drove it around. But they finally came in, so I'm gonna try to install them today. It is cold as fucking hell out today. But it's the day before New Year's. I'd like to have this done before the new year, you know, positive energy coming in. So I'm gonna be working on it on the parking lot across from our apartment because our shop's closed now, so I'm gonna have to work on it just on the road. All right, we out here. Pop the wheel off, possibly take the tie rod off. I kind of don't want to, but I'm gonna be taking them off soon anyways because the angle kit's coming in soon, which is like a tie rod billet, tie rod extension with the stuff that would connect to the knuckle. And gonna have to unbolt the coilover, I know that for sure, because this lower control arm requires you to transfer the part from the factory lower control arm to the new ones. I think it's a 22 and a 24 we need to take those bolts off that mount to the subframe. It's gonna be a 22 as well that connects to the knuckle at the bottom. But now let's take the wheels off. So I've gotten the sway bar end link off, Allen key and a 14 I believe, and this bolt off and this bolt off, but this cross member goes up in between it like this. I got it on backwards, it goes like this, but that goes on the back of this bolt over here, and you gotta take that off first. That's an 18, and then two 14s over here, and then this can come out, so you can take the bolt out, and there's gonna be another nut over here.
Cooper's been putting in some work.
So we've made it 2 AutoZone trips to get some shit that I already had, but I didn't find it. And then we had to get another one to get some adapters, because this is what we're working with here. This is how we broke those bottom bolts out on the lower control arm, but now we just have to knock the bottom pin out.
Yeah, so we got to get something up in here to hammer the rest of that way out. Cooper just undid the nut on the backside with a little footwork, and it just popped right out, hammering it with the ratchet. Got to do the same thing on the other side now, and that front bolt is the only thing that's holding that in there now.
Yeah, and then we just have to give it a couple knocks to make it drop out the knuckle, but that's it.
Because you got the end links done on both sides, you got the lower ball joint done on both sides, the coilover's undone. Yeah, should just be that. Yep, it's coming. A little stiffer?
Yeah, it didn't make that satisfying pop like the first time. Holy shit. There we go.
3 hours later.
There we go.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see if it's... Is it as loose as that other side?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we just gotta get that front bolt out. A little bit of foot. It's hanging there by the ball joint. We gotta get something to tap that. Just quick tap and it should just drop.
Yeah. I'm getting these all together before we lose our minds and not remember where all this shit went.
Yeah, that's your front.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Rear's over here. I'll grab the rear.
Okay, so last thing is gonna be to knock this out. It'll be free. Unbolt these 2 bolts here. Bring this over to the new one. Let's see if I can get it out. There we go. You can see it's free. So we got them both out on both sides. Pretty sure I should just have these zeroed out because I already have the
Oh, I get why they're zip tied.
camber arms. Do they fall out?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, these gotta stay in place because they're zip tied in right now to stay retained. But yeah, this is what I meant. You had to swap these over to here. Got them Loctited and tightened down. Just gotta install it now. So I just wanted to show the comparison. All right, look at this beautiful work of art here. Still need to tighten it down, but we're installing all the bolts to make it easier overall.
We have to go around and whack it with impact guns.
Yeah, they go. But this is the final product. We're gonna eyeball the eccentric bolts there at the bottom, and then we kept them at the stock length, so we'll see how much camber I get, because I'm not trying to get any more. I just was replacing them because the ball joints were fucked up. But this will help me later down the road. Rounding off for the 5th AutoZone trip of the day, the 15-inch extendable wrench to adjust the adjustable section on the lower control arm, because I did not have anything that fit over it. And just to be safe, we went back for the 6th time to get some gasket maker for the diff, because I forgot about that all the other times we went to AutoZone. Sealing the new 3.9. Just doing this to get it out of the way so we can cure, and then we'll... Should I go around it? Inside? Inside. Then we'll make sure everything's tight, and then align. Cover's on. Screwing the bolts in. Come back in an hour and torque it. By the time we align it, it'll be time for that. Filming the final torque down of this. All right. It's all right. Just a little update. We're just outside the apartment where the fucking smoke alarm's going off. You can hear the fire trucks in the distance pulling up. Hopefully you can really even see this. That's how dark it is. Nighttime parking lot installed. Dude, they're still going off. It's a real fire. They're pulling up right now. Yeah. Holy shit. Got the tie rod pretty much threaded down all the way to the end on that, but the toe actually looks correct. And then I'm gonna have to jump to the other side, do the same thing, and then we'll probably leave it at that. It is fucking dark as hell outside to be doing some shit like this on black wheels on a black car. Yeah, eyeball alignment. We got the toe plates. So. We got the toe plates. Other side. Not a bad way to spend New Year's Eve. Yeah. Alright, so I already took this car for a test drive earlier, and then I was lower control arms drove great, alignment was good. Was gonna jack it up to put the diff in after driving it around. I noticed a fuel leak at this crimped fitting to the fuel filter, and it's actually kind of annoying on these cars to replace that specific line, and whoever did this before me, they used the crimp line and all this stuff, so I made it so I'm not able to use the OEM banjo that goes to the bottom of the tank, and it's a special banjo. You'll see it in another video because I'm gonna have to replace this shit, but it has like a locating pin on the banjo, and The only way you can use like a universal banjo is if you like take a screw and plug that hole, but I'd rather just get the OEM one again and route the line. And I also had this cover over the old fuel hose before, so this gives me about the length. And it's like a M12 by 1.25, just like straight screw that would go into the fuel filter here. So I found that with the barb fitting, and the OEM thing that has the thing that goes in the bottom of the tank, I can just use regular fuel hose and not have to crimp it like what was done here before, so I can actually service it if it happens again or something like that. I'm glad it's not a hard liner, I guess, but this kind of sucks, especially right after I got the car kind of like ready to roll again. That has to hold me back for another probably 10 days or something till that comes in. But yeah, when I start it up, we're probably gonna film how it's dripping, but I'm gonna try to still limp it over to the parking lot after. Alright, so car is running. Putting my finger under it. My finger is dry. I see the puddle of where it leaked before. It's too dark for you guys to see really. But I'm gonna shut the car off now. And now it's probably gonna leak. Let's see. I don't know if it was just because it was sucking enough fuel that it wasn't leaking while it's running, but I'm running my finger under it. Still dry right now. I don't know how you have an intermittent fuel leak, but that's the problems you have, I guess. I don't know. Give me another second to see if it'll leak. All right, so it did leak again after the car was off for like 2 minutes. It just kind of dripped, but it didn't do it while it was running. But I'll do it after the car is off. But I believe I found the correct part numbers. I'm gonna probably show it in the video when I do, but I'm gonna order probably OEM actually. But I got two options. I can do it like kind of janky, or I can do it where it's gonna be a little bit more expensive but probably last longer and won't have to be as nervous about it fucking up. So I'm probably gonna go with the OEM route, as I usually do with this car for a lot of the stuff that I'm able to do that for. Alright, so it's the next day. I think this is where I'm gonna end the video of me doing that install and or that fuel leak started, just because now I gotta wait for that stuff, so I might as well just chop it up, make a video on this. But these are the part numbers from Toyota if anyone's looking for the same stuff for the connection that would go to the bottom of the tank, and the actual part number for a new filter from Toyota, like a fuel filter. And then I believe this is the line we're going to be getting, but I have these three in the cart right now to show the part numbers for anybody if they're curious. If it'll focus. You guys got it. You guys got it. You guys are smart people. There we go. Boom. But that's where I'm going to end the video. Tyson's picking up the GoPro. We're going to edit it. Should be good. Thank you guys for watching.